bragging rights, but for first place in the conference as well. But such is the case tonight as IPFW gets ready to host Ball State in exciting MIVA volleyball action. Hi again, everybody. I'm Mike Maas. Welcome once again to College 56 Sports presentation of IPFW volleyball. I'm joined as always by Ryan Peratt. And Ryan, Ball State, IPFW, what else can you say?
Absolutely. What else can you say? This is one of the best rivalries in all of college volleyball, especially here in the MIVA. Ball State comes in 7-1. They're 2-0 in MIVA competition. IPFW, they're 2-0 in MIVA competition, so this is for first place.
Redemption on the side of IPFW tonight. They lost all 3 matches to Ball State last year. Impetus on IPFW?
It's going to be tough on IPFW. They're going to have to come out sharp, focused, and ready to play volleyball against this highly octane offense of the Cardinals.
It's IPFW and Ball State getting ready to do battle, and we'll bring it to you momentarily right here on College 56 Sports.
First, the starters for Ball State University Cardinals. A 6'3" sophomore from St. Louis, Missouri, number 4, Keith Schenzel. A 6'3" junior from Virginia Beach, Virginia, number 6, Josh Zidema. A 6'8" junior from Edmond, Oklahoma, number 9, Matthew Denmark. A 6'3" junior from Warminster, Pennsylvania, number 10, Josh Hall. A 6'8" junior from St. Louis, Missouri, number 12, Kyle Weindell. A 6'6" senior from St. Louis, Missouri, number 14, Tom Tagadoff. And a 6'9" senior from Hoffman, East Illinois, number 16, Paul Fossauer. Head coach of the Cardinals is Joe Walton. He is assisted by Kevin Furnish, Jim Pelanos, and volunteer coach Jeff Henry.
Good luck.
And now the starters for your IPFW Mastodons. A 6'3" freshman from Baymont, Puerto Rico, number 1, Dennis Santiago. A 6'2" junior from Manhattan, Illinois, number 2, Ryan Staley. A 6'6" freshman from Mishawaka, Indiana, number 3, Mitch Dreisbach. A 6'6" senior from Nicholas Cyphorus, number 6, Aris Eraclus. A 6'4" freshman from Akron, Ohio, number 8, Nick Bellman. A 6'7" senior from Racine, Wisconsin, number 9, Josh Sanders. And a 6'6" junior from Cabrillo, Puerto Rico, number 12, Angel Ruiz. Head coach of the Dons is Arnie Ball. He is assisted by Dave Schmidlin, Dennis Johnson, and Mark Franke.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. This telecast of IPFW men's volleyball is brought to you in part by Pizza Hut at the Marketplace of Canterbury, featuring the After the Game Buffet. I heard you already read it. Can you do it again? Hi again, everybody, and again, welcome to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of IPFW. This is Mike Miles along with Ryan Perrott, getting ready to call the action in tonight's men's volleyball match featuring the Cardinals of Ball State University and the IPFW Volleydons. Ryan Perrott, we mentioned a few moments ago, it's unusual to have arch rivals not only playing for bragging rights, but for sole possession of first place in the conference. But that's what we've got tonight, with both IPFW and Ball State coming into this game, or this match, with 2-0 conference records.
2-0 conference records and a battle for first place on our hands. And this is what you play athletics for, to be the best team. And we'll find out who the best team at this junction of the season is in the MIVA at this particular point.
Here we go. Josh Sanders serving for IPFW to begin the match. And the first point goes to IPFW. As Kyle Wendell's kill attempt is long, so it's 1-0 Volleydons right off the opening serve. Nice kill attempt there by Josh Zadima, 6'3" junior out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. Cardinals tie it up at 1, and now they'll serve for the first time tonight.
One thing to look for the Cardinals, they love to run the middle.
Dreisbach's kill is blocked. Tag team block by Matthew Denmark and Kyle Wendell. And what was a 1-0 IPFW lead is now a 2-1 Ball State lead.
This is one of the best all-around teams in the country.
both offensively and defensively.
Angel Ruiz's kill attempt is blocked by Matthew Denmark. 3-1 Cardinal lead.
A very good blocking team. A huge team at the net. Big average size of about 6'7".
Sudima with the serve for the Cardinals. Ryan Staley is long on the kill, and on the early goaling, Ball State, they're on a 4-0 run. They lead 4-1.
Now IPFW has put a lot of pressure now on their side-out offense, trying to put the ball away. So far they can't do it. There's a let serve for an ace.
And under the year-old rules, that's a valid serve. And it goes in the books as a service ace, as you say. 5-1, Ball State on top early here. Game 1 of our best-of-5 match. Santiago sets up Angel Ruiz, and the junior puts it away for his first kill of the night. Makes our score 5-2 in favor of Ball State, but Mitch Dreisbach, the freshman, serving for the Dons. Solid kill by Wendell. A lot of experience, Ryan, on this Ball State lineup.
A lot of experience, returning 7 players from last year. Of course, they had a tremendous run last year in the MIVA.
Denmark serving for the Cardinals. Staley wide on the kill attempt for IPFW, and it's 7-2 Ball State.
If you're IPFW, you have to be concerned now. This is not the start you wanted, trailing 7-2 here in the opening frame. A lot of nerves on the part of IPFW right now.
Santiago setting up Dreisbach. Nice return by the Cardinals. We'll try it again. If first you don't succeed, try again. This time Dreisbach able to put it away.
Nice job by Mitch Dreisbach that time. Dennis Santiago going right back to the man. Able to put the ball away. He's starting to come into his own now, starting to find his rhythm offensively.
Jack of all trades, Ryan Staley serving for IPFW. Digs it out there. Santiago setting up Bellman. And it's point IPFW.
Nice job by Nick Bellman there in transition. Of course, if you're IPFW, you're talking about the experience factor, Mike. Nick Bellman is a freshman. Dennis Santiago a freshman. Mitch Dreisbach a freshman. So youth on the side of IPFW, and perhaps inexperience.
Dig attempt unsuccessful, and it's point Ball State. Cardinals lead 8-4, game 1. And Kyle Wendell, a 6'8 junior out of St. Louis, Missouri, will serve. A lot of let serves for the Cardinals early on. Point Dons.
So far, a good start for the Ball State Cardinals. They are serving very aggressively. Here's a team, Mike, they're 7-1. 6 of those wins at home. Their 1 loss at Rutgers, Newark Rutgers, back on the 26th of January, where they lost in 5 at Rutgers. So that's their only blemish so far on that record.
And for IPFW, after losing that opener to Long Beach State, they've rattled off 3 wins in a row. Santiago, Bellman, blocked by Paul Fasshauer. 6'9 senior out of Hoffman Estates, Illinois. 10-5 our score. Cardinals on top here in game 1. Good dig that time by Wendell. Point Dons, good block, Josh Sanders. That's something that IPFW is going to need tonight if they're going to stay in this match. Santiago, the left-handed setter. Good put away that time.
An amazing offense, Ball State. As a team, they're hitting .371, an incredible hitting percentage.
Fasshauer serving. Santiago, Bellman, and there's a violation. Not the best of sets for Dennis Santiago there.
Tight pass that time. Santiago in the back row had to try to keep that set on his side. He did, however, the IPFW player crossed the line. And that's going to just
barely long by Fossauer.
But a lot of weapons on this Cardinals team. They love to run the middle, the setter. Schunzel, very aggressive. And of course they have Tegedoff on the outside, very consistent.
It's a dig by Bellman. Bellman and Angel Ruiz ran into each other. Ryan Staley wasn't able to get over there in time. Perhaps a touch of miscommunication.
What IPFW is going to need to do here in the early going, shake off all those nerves, somehow find some consistency in their play, and build from it.
Dreisbach with the kill. Sorry, Ryan.
See if they can get that crowd, the home court advantage, if you will, behind them like they did against Long Beach State, which was a big factor, and see if they can start playing well.
Josh Sanders with the serve. And a lift on the part of Schunzel, the Ball State setter. Point for IPFW, and they'll take any point they can get.
Very good call by our #1 official, Dan Hauser, assisted by Lauren Giebert.
13-9 to score. Now 14-9. Don's a touch slow in reacting to some of these returns by Ball State.
Well, when you're tight early, your legs not perhaps moving like they should. The mind is there, but the body's not, and right now that's the case for IPFW. Next play.
Our score, Ball State 15, IPFW 10. Let's take a break. You're watching IPFW Volleyball on College 56 Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Mike Miles, Ryan Perrott from the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of IPFW. Game 1 in our best-of-5 match tonight. Right now, the visitors from Muncie, Ball State leading IPFW 15-10. And Ryan, a quick look at some of the early numbers.
Well, right now, Ball State dominating in most categories. They have 3 blocks at the net, 3 digs in the backcourt, 7 assists. They're hitting 36%. IPFW struggling. They're hitting a negative 15%. So you can tell right now that IPFW a little tight. We'll see how they come out after the mandatory timeout.
Service error by Matthew Denmark.
But it's going to be called a violation. Dennis Santiago released early on the toss, and the bottom official Lauren Giebert called the overlap. So point to the Cardinals.
Followed by a service ace by Denmark.
That was the first time it's been called on Santiago. He does that a lot. I get the chance to practice with the IPFW men's volleyball team, and he does release early on the toss. Violation as he overlapped his middle tackle.
Dreisbach's kill attempt is long, and Ball State has stretched their lead to 8 at 18-10, and Arnie Ball says, let's take a timeout. Get a look at the IPFW bench. Arnie Ball in his 22nd year here at the helm of IPFW men's volleyball. Not to mention several seasons coaching the women's volleyball team. At this point, Ryan, what is he telling them? You're not playing well, you're down 18-10, but we got a long way to go as you play to 30.
Nerves is a factor, especially, and especially with this team now with Zbyszewski out, P-Tac out. A lot of the pressure is going to fall on what I like to call the X-Factor players, the Ryan Staley, Nick Bellman, Ara Sarah Cleus, Mitch Dreisbach. Those players are going to have to step up. Angel Ruiz, he's been solid all year long. He's having an All-American season. Josh Sanders has been very consistent as well, playing at a high level. So those two, you know, are going to come out and have their A games with them. Angel with a kill there.
Nice short set there by Santiago.
But it's these other players that are going to have to step up and assist Sanders and Ruiz in order to make them a better team.
Ryan Staley to serve. Shunzo sets it up. Good dig by Staley. Santiago setting up Bellman. I think it hit the antenna.
Good call right there, Mike. That shot by Bellman hit the antenna. Ball's out of bounds, hitting error for Nick.
Point Ball State. Cardinals now lead 19-11. Kyle Wendell will serve. Service error. Bellman and Heraclius undecided as to who was going to dig it out.
A little miscommunication there. Very good serve in between the position of Heraclius and Bellman.
Right now, Uncle Mo on the side of the red and white in Ball State. Santiago setting up Bellman, and it's tag team block between Shunzo and Fosshauer.
Well, right now, everything going the way of Ball State. They look very impressive here early, serving extremely well. They've now blocked 4 team balls. They've dug 7 balls. They're looking good.
Wendell, jump serve. Santiago setting, drives back, and the freshman gets credit for the kill. Cuts the Ball State lead to 9 at 21-12, and now Angel Ruiz to serve. Shunzo, oh, nice short set, and Fosshauer knew what to do with it.
Gorgeous 31 set that time. Little space in between the setter in the middle. And Ball State continuing to hit at a high percentage. 8 kills so far here in game 1. They're hitting 39%.
Angel Ruiz gets the kill for the Dons.
That's Ruiz's 3rd kill here of game 1. He leads the MIVA conference in kills per game at 5.75. He has had an outstanding year thus far in the early going.
Fosshauer's kill, dug out by Santiago. Sanders setting up Dreisbach. Dug out by Tegelhoff. Tag team block by Sanders and Bellman, unsuccessful. The Cardinals have opened up a 23-13 lead. Paul Fosshauer, 6'9" senior, as we said, out of Hoffman Estates, Illinois. With his serve.
IPFW having trouble receiving the jump serves of the Cardinals.
Cardinals quickly just 6 points away from victory in this first game of the match. Santiago setting up Sanders, and it's blocked by Denmark. Seems like everything IPFW is trying is the glass slipper is broken. 25-13 our score. Fosshauer continues to serve. Ruiz gets the kill. He hit it where Fosshauer couldn't get to it.
IPFW is going to have to figure out a way to get some momentum here at the end of game 1. Chances are with Raleigh scored a 30. The chances are they won't be able to come back in this game, but you're going to have to find some momentum to carry on into game 2.
Good dig by Santiago off the Shunzo kill attempt. Point Dons.
Nice smart wipe shot there by Ryan Staley on the left side.
25-15 our score. Ball State with the lead. And the freshman Nick Bellman to serve for IPFW.
4th-year head coach for Ball State, Joel Walton. He's done a very nice job with these troops this year. Of course, replacing the legendary Dr. Don Shondell, who was at Ball State for
seems like
33 years.
Well, the Cardinals, as you said, Ryan, 7-1 overall, 2-0 in the MIVA, ranked number 10 in both polls. Little strong on the serve by Bellman. Makes it 26-16. Ball State with the lead, and they now have the serve in the person of Keith Shunzel, 6'3" sophomore out of St. Louis. Good block by Wendell, denying Angel Ruiz the kill. Cardinals now lead 27-16. Service error. That's a rarity, Ryan. Both setters are left-handers, and I didn't notice that until just now. Dug out by Sanders. Santiago hits it over. Now we get a double hit. Point IPFW. Gets a little bit of a cheer out of this crowd. Don's now within 9 at 27-18. And this time the kill attempt by Denmark is wide, so a mini run for the Dons. 3 points in a row, and it's now 27-19. Dug out by Santiago. Staley with the defensive return. Shunzel set up Denmark, and Denmark at 6'8" knew what to do with it. And Tom Tegehoff knew what to do with that one, as the 6'6" senior gets credit for the kill, and all of a sudden we're at game point, 29-19. Zadima serving. Santiago setting up Dreisbach, and it's point IPFW. So the Dons stay alive, at least for the moment. Now the freshman Mitch Dreisbach out of Mishawaka Penn High School will serve. Shunzel setting up Tegehoff. Good dig by Staley. But where were his teammates? Ball drops harmlessly to the floor. Game goes to Ball State by a score of 30-20. Teams will change hands. We'll have a momentary break, and then we'll begin game 2. So let's take a break. You are watching IPFW Volleyball on College 56 Sports.
David Young has been a professor of psychology at IPFW for over 2 decades. His clinics offer undergraduate students an opportunity they would never see at most large universities.
For some students, the actual one-on-one counseling experience is just what they need, and they're made for it. It's like a hand in glove.
His students can find their forte of study early in their academic career and gain field knowledge that is invaluable to psychology.
There is no substitute for real first-hand experience.
While Young's first interest was in psychology, he quickly found that teaching offered him a reward that no other profession could.
Every student is so special and so unique. They interest me, and it's the same with my patients. They're all so special and so unique that I find every time a new person walks in my door absolute fascination.
This has been an IPFW Faculty Minute. The right school, right here, right now.
I wanted to study engineering so I could get a better job without giving up the job I've already got.
Of course, getting a degree without going into debt was pretty high on my list too. And I wanted the kind of education that I could only get in smaller classes with the professor's full attention.
IPFW offered me all of that. And the Purdue engineering degree is going to look pretty good on my resume.
Going to IPFW is the best choice I ever made.
IPFW, the right school, right here, right now.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of IPFW. Mike Miles, Ryan Perrott with you. Game one went by in a hurry. If you blinked, you missed it. Ball State defeated the Volleyball 30-20. And first, Ryan Perrott, a quick look at the numbers on game one, and then talk about a couple of other things.
IPFW, their statistics, horrible. 10 kills, 11 attacking errors. They hit negative. They have 5 digs. That's even with Ball State, and they have 2 team blocks. Not a very good opening set for the Mastodons.
Not a way to get the biggest volleyball weekend of the year started if you're an IPFW fan.
Not at all. One of the reasons why this was the biggest, at least thus far, the biggest weekend of volleyball here for IPFW this season is because Ball State tonight, Ohio State tomorrow. I thought this would be the measuring stick. These two teams coming in here, we'll see how impressive IPFW can be without 2 clutch players in Jeff Petak and Matt Zbyszewski. And in game one, they looked terrible. A lot of nerves, I thought, in the early going, and they got down. When you're down a large amount like they were in game one, it's very difficult to come back against this very explosive Ball State Cardinals team. So we'll see what happens here in game 2, but this is the measuring stick weekend for IPFW.
Shunzo starts off game 2, and the first point goes to Ball State.
Another hitting error for IPFW.
Jump serve left-handed for Keith Shunzo.
A lot of trouble for IPFW. Receiving serve. 5 out of the 6 Ball State players jump serve. A couple of them left-handed. This is the setter serving now. He's left-handed. IPFW all sorts of trouble with serve reception.
Santiago setting up Dreisbach, and it's blocked by Josh Zedema. 3-0 Cardinals, and at this rate, we may be out of here by 8 o'clock. Shunzo again with the serve. Eucleos to Santiago to Ruiz. Dug out by Zedema, and they're calling point IPFW.
It's a good call right there. When the ball was played up by the Ball State player, it hit the antenna out of bounds. The linesperson called it. Point and possession to IPFW.
6'6" junior Angel Ruiz with his jump serve. Shunzo setting up Denmark. 4-1 Ball State.
Denmark.
The way right now, the way Ball State looks, Ryan, you wonder why there's 9 teams rated ahead of them. They look awfully good right now.
Very good team. Nice dig there.
Shunzo denying Santiago the kill. Bellman with a change of pace and gets the point. So the freshman comes through with a point for IPFW, makes it 4-2. Cardinals with the lead, and Dennis Santiago of IPFW with the serve. Shunzo,
another kill.
Short setting Denmark, and boy, that's a lethal weapon right there.
I'll tell you how high octane this offense is. 5 out of the 6 starters. As a hitting percentage, they're ranked in the top 20 in the conference. Everybody over 35%. There's another tough pass.
Sanders with the kill, and it is wide. And if you're IPFW, you must think it's Friday the 13th because absolutely nothing is going right.
Absolutely nothing at all.
Matthew Denmark, again 6'8", out of Edmond, Oklahoma. Big 12 football country playing volleyball. Shunzo digs it out. Fossauer sets it up. Dreisbach digs it. Ruiz turned away. Bellman. And it's blocked successfully by Tom Tegehoff. longest rally of the match, but the point still goes the way of the red and white.
Blocking up a storm at the net and digging balls too.
Santiago setting up Bellman. And Nick Bellman gets a nice kill. Momentarily stops the bleeding and makes it 7-3 rather. Nick Bellman will serve, conventional serve. Shunzo, Fossauer, it's blocked. Another block by Sanders. Point IPFW, and credit IPFW with a couple of blocks in the middle.
A couple of nice blocks in the middle by Josh Sanders that time, keeping the rally alive. Hitting error down the line by Ball State, point IPFW.
Bellman continues to serve. Too strong on that one, however. Service there.
Just very impressive numbers by Ball State offensively. Paul Fosshauser leads the conference in hitting percentage at 60%.
Good dig that time by Zudima. Sanders digs it out for the Dons, and Fosshauer puts it away.
But a net violation.
Net violation. Thanks, Ryan.
What a dig in the back by Zudima that time, sticking out the left hand.
Makes our score 8-5. Dons trail by 3. Josh Sanders to serve. Shunzo. Nice block by Ruiz and Dreisbach.
Ruiz, not only is he first in the conference in kills, but he's fourth in the conference in blocks. 1.38 a game.
Good kill that time by Tegehoff. Cardinals stretch their lead to 3 at 9-6. They won game 1, 30-20. And now Tegehoff, the 6'6" senior out of St. Louis, will serve.
IPFW still hasn't found their rhythm offensively.
Tag team block between Zudima and Fosshauer results in a point for Ball State.
They're serving extremely well, as was evident in that last point. That time they served Ryan Staley, who's in the left front. They took him out of the offense. That means you can either set the middle or the backside, and they read it perfectly that Santiago was going to the backside and Dreisbach was roofed.
Service error by Ball State that time makes it 10-7. Cardinals lead down to 3. Shunzo set up Window, and Window hammered it home.
IPFW still hitting negative as a team. This particular game, they have 3 kills, 5 errors, and 12 attempts.
Fosshauer with the serve for Ball State. Santiago setting up Staley, and Ryan Staley gets a nice kill.
That's his best kill of the night. Very explosive that time.
Now he gets to serve with his team trailing 11-8.
Whoa.
Too many Wheaties for breakfast this morning.
Not even close on that jump serve. A lot of unforced errors on the part of IPFW, giving freebies to Ball State.
Shunzo serving for Ball State. Nice dig that time by Josh Hall. But Zudima's kill attempt is wide, so it's point IPFW. The Angel Ruiz serving, with IPFW trailing 12-9 here in game 2. Shunzo set up Denmark, dug out by Ruiz. Dreisbach with the kill. Best teamwork of the night, the best point for IPFW.
Nice job that time all around for IPFW. A nice dig, nice set, nice kill. Let's see if that gets some momentum on the side of the Mastodons. This is their best serving rotation when Angel Ruiz serves.
Shunzo sets up Denmark, and it's dug out. Ruiz. Point Dons, a double hit on Zudima. All of a sudden, a little bit of life in the blue and white. We're down 1 at 12-11. Chunzo to Denmark, and it's wide. Part of the mountain has been climbed as IPFW, trailing by as many as 4, have come back to tie it at 12. Service error on Angel Ruiz.
Well, that was the momentum booster that they needed that time. A little ill-advised serve. Tried for a short serve. Unfortunately, it
was too short.
A little too short. Clipped the bottom of the net. Let's see who can get the push here to get the 15 first for the immediate timeout.
Good block by Tom Tegehoff off the Santiago kill attempt.
Tegehoff did his homework that time gorgeously, reading the attack by Santiago, who sometimes gives it away early that he's going to attack the volleyball when he's in the front row.
Tag team. Oh, they're going to call a point IPFW.
Ball snuck through the arms of Tegehoff that time. Great athletic one-handed set by Santiago, a la Jose Quinones of Penn State.
Dennis serves now. Tegehoff gets the kill as Bellman unable to return it. And Ball State gets the advantage at the 15-point break. Yep. Internationally renowned glass artist Dale Chihuly visited Fort Wayne recently as an IPFW omnibus lecturer. Mr. Chihuly is a co-founder of the Pilchuck Glass School in Stanwood, Washington, and has his work included in the collections of more than 190 museums throughout the world. Tune in Saturday, February the 23rd to see his presentation on College 56. That's Dale Chihuly at 1 and 4 p.m. on Saturday, February 23rd on your College Television connection at Fort Wayne and Allen County, Channel 56. Well, Mr. Perrott, Dons were down in a big hole early, and it seemed like they were lifeless and trying to find a life preserver, but they're slowly but surely trying to crawl back into it as they trail at the break, only 15-13.
Slowly coming into their own here, trying to find the rhythm here in game 2 after getting blown off the court in game 1. They've slowly cut down on their attacking errors, which has helped them a little bit. They've started to pick up their play defensively, both blocking balls and digging balls in transition. And Mitch Dreisbach has done a nice job. He's got 5 kills, second to Angel Ruiz with 6. So good production so far by those two. Other players going to have to start to pick it up right now.
Denmark serving for Ball State. Santiago setting up Bellman, and it's Fosshauer and Tegehoff teaming up for the block.
10 total team blocks for Ball State. 4 by Denmark, 4 by Tegehoff, 4 by Fosshauer.
Sanders wide on the kill attempt.
Now this is what IPFW didn't want to happen coming after that media timeout. They didn't want to give up such easy points, if you will, those unforced error points, a couple of attacking errors, a block at the net.
Service error by Denmark that time. It's a break for IPFW.
This game is a game of momentum, and IPFW has to find a way to get some spark and keep it, especially when you're playing the 9th ranked team in the country, Ball State. They're 7-1, very impressive. You have to play clean volleyball, and right now IPFW is not playing clean volleyball.
Solid kill by Kyle Wendell. Makes it 18-14 Cardinals on top. I got to admit, Ryan, from what I've seen so far, Ball State, and they did beat Long Beach State after we lost to them opening night.
Right.
But an excellent program right now. Staley with a solid kill. Second kill for, I think it's the second kill for Ryan Staley.
And you touched on it earlier, Mike. The experience factor also comes into play here. A lot of returning players on the side of Ball State. 4 freshmen. There's a throw on the serve receive.
And maybe just a crack in the armor.
3 freshmen starting for IPFW. And then you have Ryan Staley coming in, playing on the left side, a position he's not natural at. So it does add up, if you will, against IPFW.
Santiago with a dig. Point Dons as Fosshauer's block is wide. 3 points in a row on serve for IPFW. They climb within 1 at 18-17.
A must-win game here for IPFW. You don't want to go down 2-0 to Ball State.
Nice kill by Wendell. Makes it 19-17.
Wendell on the season hitting 38%. Just terrific offensive numbers by the Cardinals. Head coach Joe Walton has to be pleased.
Dreisbach wide on the kill. And just when the Dons are getting back into it, they close to within one. Cardinals rip off a couple in a row, and now they're back up by 3 and seemingly back in control. Santiago sets up Dreisbach, and Mitch puts it away nicely. Away from Josh Hall.
I like that set selection there by Dennis Santiago, going right back to Dreisbach, who had just previously hit a ball out of bounds, giving some confidence to his freshman colleague.
Shunzo set up window, I believe. Point Ball State. They now lead 21-18. Again, we played a 30, rally point scoring. You played a 30 in games 1 through 4. If you have to go to a game 5, it goes to 15. Santiago setting up Dreisbach again. And this time Denmark, with those long arms of that 6'8" frame of his, able to successfully get the block. And we got a timeout on the floor. 22-18, Ball State leads in game 2. Let's take a break. You're watching IPFW Volleyball on College 56 Sports.
I really wanted to go for an Indiana University business degree.
But with housing and tuition, it really adds up, and the money just wasn't there to go away to college.
And with a 2-year-old, my housing options were kind of limited anyway.
And the truth is, I really wanted to keep my job and stay close to home.
Going to IPFW made all that possible.
IPFW? The best choice I ever made.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. The right school, right here, right now.
Back at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of IPFW, game 2. Ball State leading IPFW 22-18. Cardinals won game 1, 30-20, and it's not panic time yet, Ryan Perrott, but in all honesty, we're not getting that far away from it if you're IPFW.
Soon to push the panic button momentarily if Ball State should take a stranglehold on this match and go up 2-0. Right now, Ball State, all cylinders clicking for them. IPFW, they've looked sluggish, they've looked tight, and not playing their best volleyball at all.
Fosshauer with the serve for the Cardinals. Santiago setting up Ruiz, and Angel is wide.
22 attacking errors on the side of IPFW, 8 for Ball State. IPFW still hitting negative.
Cardinals lead by 5. Fosshauer, the 6'9" senior, as we said, out of Illinois, serving. Let's serve. Santiago sets up Dreisbach. Mitch puts it away over the outstretched arms of Josh Zadima. Big point for IPFW there. Ryan Staley will serve. Don's desperately trying to get something going. Shunzo.
Perfect pass right there. That's money right there. Perfect passing by Ball
Shunzo
State.
to window.
Shunzo, he's second in the conference in set assists, just over 13 a game. Dennis Santiago for IPFW, he's 5th at 11 3/4 a game.
Santiago with a change of pace, gets the point. It's the second time tonight that Dennis tried it. This time he was successful.
If IPFW can get their passing game on, then they'll be able to allow Santiago to be more aggressive in the front row. Of course, passing is the key factor for success for IPFW.
Shunzo setting. Oh, point Dons as Wendell Killatev hit the net.
Wendell looks like a throwback from one of the former players I used to play against at Penn State, Ivan Contreras. He has his entire right hand taped.
Dug out by Ruiz.
Oh, that's a great set by Santiago. 10 feet off the court, pushing it far to the left side. Nicely done by Santiago, and Bellman able to tool the block.
Joe Walton says, let's take a timeout, boys, and stop this momentum. gives us a chance to invite you to learn more about Mastodon sports in season by tuning into Mastodon Spotlight each Wednesday and Friday here on College 56. The hour begins with yours truly, Mike Miles, reviewing the week's sports activities. We do look at game footage and we talk with players and coaches. That's Mastodon Spotlight, Wednesday evenings at 8:30 and Friday evenings at 9, right here on College 56. A little bit of life in the Volleyball, Ryan.
Well, they're close. They're hanging in there. Now it's as we come down the home stretch here, this is the big push that they need. They're down to 24-22. They're going to have to find a way to clean up their act a little bit, cut down on their attacking errors, and put some pressure on Ball State.
Well, consistency is the order of the day right now for the Dons, as they just got to put together. They had one little run when they were down 12-8, and they came back to tie it at 12-12. And other than that, they, for the most part, been out of sync tonight. But they trail by 2 now, and they've got the serve, and let's see what happens. Shunzo. Nice setup for Zudima.
Very impressive offensive numbers for Ball State. Denmark hitting 33%, Wendell hitting 36%.
Point Dons as the ball was touched.
Nice white play by Santiago that time for his second kill of the match. Tegehoff hitting 44%. The only guy hitting sort of poor is Foshauer. He's only hitting 13%.
Yeah, but he's 6'9". What can you say? Block attempt by Bellman, unsuccessful. Point Ball State. Now the Cardinals are up by 3 again, 26-23. And we've got a substitution for the Cardinals, number 7, Juan Carlos Lopez, 5'10" senior out of Carolina, Puerto Rico. If I pronounce his school right, I'll be lucky. Colegio La Piedad. That's close.
You're a Spanish major, Mike.
No, my son was. Point Dons. Lift on the part of Ball State. Badly needed point. So Dons now within 2 at 26-24. Dustin Sherman making his first appearance of the night, replacing Bellman for the Dons. Dustin, a graduate of Northside High School. Arnie Ball's designated server, so to speak. Shunzo.
Next play, nicely done.
Tegehoff puts it away.
Tegehoff set it all up with a nice pass to Shunzel. Shunzel rewards him for that nice pass. Here you go. Another kill now for Tegehoff. He's got 7 kills. Wendell is the match high. He's got 9.
And he's got the serve right now. Santiago setting up Staley, and it's into the net. Unsuccessful kill attempt by Ryan Staley. Ball State now 2 points away from a stranglehold, and IPFW decides to call a timeout. We'll take a break as well. 28-24 our score. Cardinals on top. You're watching IPFW Volleyball on College 56 Sports.
Hi, I'm Jeanette Liu. Join me for IPFW Up Close Sundays at noon on College Access Channel 56. Topics range from student and faculty research and new courses being offered to summer camp opportunities for area children. You'll also hear profiles of new and visiting faculty, university events, and business news you can use. That's IPFW Up Close Sundays at noon on College Access Channel 56.
Back at the Gates Sports Center, 28-24 our score. Cardinals on top of IPFW in game 2. And Ryan, as we get ready to watch Ball State serve Kyle Wendell, you wanted to talk about some tape.
Kyle, with his hand taped, I was mentioning earlier, he reminds me of what I believe was at least the greatest volleyball player I saw collegiately play in the NCAA. That was Ivan Contreras over from Penn State University with his hands taped, and it kind of touches home for me because I also tape my hands, but not in that particular way. But boy, can she sure play. And Wendell's brought his A game here tonight.
Shunzo, the turnaround return. Denies a Sanders dig, and it's game point for Ball State at 29-25.
And oh, by the way, Ivan Contreras also a 4-time All-American.
Had to mention that. Tegehoff serving for the game. Blocked. Fossauer, Zadima tag team it. And Ball State wins game 2, 30-25, taking a commanding 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 match. We've got a 10-minute break between these games 2 and game 3. So the teams are going to head into the locker room and hopefully Ernie Ball light a fire. So let's take a break. Ball State ahead, 2-0. You're watching IPFW Volleyball on College 56 Sports.
To none, and he didn't say much.
'At this time, it's serving for stuff contest. Come down to the floor here. You have a chance to serve the ball over the net, hit a prize, and take it home. Featured on the floor today, pizza from Pizza Hut and Canterbury. Also,
8 years ago, John Knight joined the Department of Consumer and Family Sciences at IPFW. He developed an innovative curriculum which allows his hotel restaurant students to gain invaluable experience.
And that allows the students to get into the community and be an outreach, bringing industry and education together.
His students partake in serving and managing at several area hotels and restaurants for one night through each semester.
I always say Jesus came not to be served, but to serve, and so we really care about the customer and the guest, and we teach that in the classroom, and the students are exposed to all areas of hospitality.
John's knowledge and enthusiasm for teaching gives his students many advantages, including the opportunity to travel.
We've had students travel really worldwide through these opportunities that are afforded, because we do make some money when the sponsorships are healthy and the dinners go well.
This has been an IPFW Faculty Minute. The right school, right here, right now.
I really wanted to go for an Indiana University business degree.
But with housing and tuition, it really adds up, and the money just wasn't there to go away to college.
And with a 2-year-old, my housing options were kind of limited anyway.
And the truth is, I really wanted to keep my job and stay close to home.
Going to IPFW made all that possible.
IPFW? It's the best choice I ever made.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. The right school, right here, right now.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center here on the campus of IPFW. Mandatory 10-minute break between games 2 and 3, and hopefully for IPFW, it's a welcome break because Ryan Perrott, the Dons have not been in either game 1 or game 2 as they lose game 1 30-20 and game 2 30-25, and the numbers lie because the Dons weren't that close.
They weren't that close at all in either one, and right now offensively IPFW anemic at best. 24 kills, 24 errors, 59 attempts. They're hitting 0 as a team. It'll be difficult to beat anybody, nonetheless the 9th ranked team in the nation when you hit 0. They're having trouble in 3 areas, Mike. Their offense, obviously. Number 2 is blocking. They're getting out blocked right now. 12.5 to 3. Ball State in charge at the net. And the 3rd area is serve reception. Ball State has 5 service aces, IPFW only 2. And IPFW has not passed the ball particularly well tonight to run their offense.
To go take it one step further, some of those Ball State service aces were right there, and I can think of on 3 occasions where 2 IPFW players, either one of them could have returned it or dug it out very easily. And whether it's, I don't know, lack of confidence, lack of faith in themselves, no focus, no desire, I don't know what it is, but this is the worst I've seen IPFW in quite some time. Even last year when they were 9-15, some of the matches they lost, they were competitive, they just didn't have the firepower, and tonight they look like little boys playing a man's game.
A lot of miscommunication on the side of IPFW, and perhaps that stems from a lot of tentativeness out of some of the players on the floor. Now, of course, they have played together due to the injuries of Vashevsky and Patak, but tonight against Ball State, and Ball State has looked invincible. You can see why they're, I would say now favored, if you ask Lewis, now favored to win the MIVA, why they're so good. And they put a lot of pressure on IPFW right now, and IPFW has not responded well at all to the onslaught by Ball State.
Let me ask you a question. I know one of the things that we were excited about as the season started, setter Dennis Santiago being left-handed. Something different, something that Arnie hasn't had in many, many years. And we thought, you know, that could be turned into a positive for us real quickly. But lo and behold, tonight, on the other side of the net, Keith Schunzel, their setter, is also left-handed. How much of a monkey wrench has that thrown into the IPFW attack? The fact that, guess what, now the opponent's also got a left-handed setter that is difficult to return at best.
Well, I don't think it was a huge distraction for IPFW. I really don't. Schunzel, so far, he's only got 1 kill. He's attacked the ball twice. It was a key, a factor for IPFW to key on to say that he is left-handed. He is aggressive at the net. He likes to attack the ball when he's in the front row. But I don't think that plays a key factor in your team not receiving serve well, your team not blocking well, and your team offensively hitting poorly. So I don't think being left-handed as a setter, your opponent being left-handed setter, that played such a huge role in IPFW getting drubbed in the first 2 games.
As a combination of both Matt Bashevsky and Jeff Patak being out injured, and Dennis Santiago liking to mix it up and liking to go to the middle a lot for us, the fact that Ball State also likes to go to the middle, how much of a bearing has that been on this match so far?
Well, that I think is huge because IPFW has not seen a team like Ball State that loves to run the middle. A lot of California teams do it. Long Beach State did it a bit. Ohio State tomorrow will run the middle, but not as much as Ball State. The only other team I can think of is Penn State. Penn State loves to run the middle as well nationally. But Ball State, and that was something head coach Arnie Ball keyed on and told his players that, hey, look, we have to serve aggressively, try to get their middles out of the offense, but unfortunately IPFW is not doing that, and that's why right now the Ball State Cardinals middle players are teeing off on the defense of the Mastodons.
Well, you're down 2-0, your backs are to the wall. We've seen it the opening 2 matches of the season on both sides of the net. Match 1, we were up 2-0. Long Beach State comes out. I remember asking you specifically, what does Long Beach State got to do? Serve well. What do? They came out, served well, got momentum, and came back and won in 5. The next night, we're down 2 games to none to Concordia. Not a bad team. We come back, start serving well. Obviously, serve is going to be key here in Game 3, but as you said, when you look at a lineup Well, you got Fossauer at 6'9", you got Takeoff at 6'6", you got Window at 6'8", you got Denmark at 6'8". Where is the gap that IPFW can find to get some kills?
Yeah, and that is why serving is so important in volleyball, especially now with the let serve and so forth. A lot of teams are aggressive with the jump serve, and you're seeing it tonight on the part of Ball State. And what happens is with your IPFW is not passing the ball particularly well, and passing is the key to everything offensively. When you can pass the ball, that ignites your offense. It's very evident tonight on the Ball State side of the net. It's not evident on the side of the Mastodons tonight. And just those two things, those are the two basic things, but those are the two things right now killing, if you will, IPFW. They haven't served particularly great, and they're not passing the ball very well.
Well, we're almost ready to begin Game 3. I want to remind you that this match is brought to you tonight in part by Pizza Hut at the Marketplace of Canterbury, featuring the After the Game buffet. And that buffet will taste a lot better if the blue and white can get it together and pull the comeback by winning 3 straight games. But you got to start it 1 point at a time. And the Dons will begin with Angel Ruiz to serve here in Game 3. And the Dons in the home white with blue trim, blue shorts. Ball State traveling red with white trim, and I believe, I'm not sure if that's blue or black on the back, but it's red and white, blue and white. And right now the blue and white down 2 games to none.
IPFW is going to have to find a way now to slow down the offensive machine that is the Ball State Cardinals.
Here we go, Angel Ruiz with a jump serve. Shunzo set up Fossauer, and a rare mistake for Paul Fossauer. Lo and behold, Dons get a 1-0 lead.
You will be surprised to see the kind of reaction IPFW, not only from the crowd, but from themselves, how much confidence they can get if they take Game 3.
Sanders with a nice block. Dug out by Ruiz. Santiago setting up Bellman. And it's point to the Dons.
Now, of course, the concern for Ball State head coach Joel Walton is, hey, look, guys, we have these guys down 2 games to none. Let's take them by the throats and continue to crush, but they don't want to fall into that lapse or that lull, and they've given up 2 quick points here to the Mastodons.
Staley digs it out. Dreisbach saves it. But Ruiz low on the kill attempt in the return. Great effort. Unfortunately, the execution wasn't quite there, and it's now 2-1. IPFW with the lead with Ball State with the serve.
I'd just like to see Ruiz put that ball over in play. Keep the rally alive. You made a nice dig, a scramble play into the crowd. You want to keep that ball in play. A lot of players collegiately do that. They try to whack that third ball, and it goes astray. Not a lot of control, especially when the ball is hit that high.
Takeoff had a service here, so it's point Dons. Now Santiago with the serve.
There's an overpass.
Sanders going to set up Dreisbach, and it's blocked by Fossauer.
Bad play on the part of Josh Sanders. Should have hit the overpass that time. Being the middle, he's in control. Should have been a free point for IPFW.
Get a look at Artie Ball, and there's no doubt that the mentor is not happy right now. Fossauer with a service ace rather. As looks like Ruiz and Staley didn't know who was going to get it.
I don't think that head coach Artie Ball is upset that IPFW is down 2 games to none. I think what he's upset about is the lack of effort on the side of the Mastodons. Everybody knew this was a big match, and
nice kill by Dreisbach.
No one has stepped up to the plate thus far for IPFW. So it's the effort. That's what's concerning head coach Artie Ball.
Well, Dons get the point, 4-3 lead, and now Nick Bellman to serve.
Another perfect pass by Ball State.
Dig by Bellman, he didn't want to hit it. It was heading out, but turns into a point for Ball State.
Ball State as a team hitting around 30%, right at their clip.
Shunzo with the serve. Santiago with the set for Sanders. Dug out by Josh Hall. Staley with the dig. Santiago setting up Ruiz. Window blocked it nicely.
I can tell you that the game strategy for Ball State was to key on Angel Ruiz and Josh Sanders before the start of the match and to have the outsides beat Ball State. So far they have keyed on Ruiz and Sanders nicely as Sanders squeaks a kill that time.
Short set by Santiago. We're tied at 5, game 3. IPFW trails in the match 2-0. And now Josh Sanders, the 6'7" senior from Wisconsin, Racine, Wisconsin, with the serving honors.
I just like the flow of number 4 in red, Keith Schunzel. I like his set selection. I love the tempo of his offense. Of course, he is receiving virtually perfect passes. I really like the flow. I can see why he's second in the conference in set assists.
Zadima serving for Ball State.
Another chance here for a point.
Denmark setting it up.
And it is.
Tegehoff puts it out, puts it away.
Good numbers so far on the side of Ball State. Wendell, he's in double digits in kills. He's got 10. Tegehoff has got 8. And then it drops off from there. Denmark with 4. A couple players with 2, Mike.
I'm sorry. Santiago saving it. Dreisbach long on the kill attempt. It's now 8-5 Ball State with the lead here in game 3. Cardinals would like to wrap it up right now, but IPFW's got other ideas.
Ball State right now has 28 kills for the match. IPFW has 28 errors.
Nice play by Ryan Staley. So he had a second chance and he knew what to do with it.
That is an unbelievable statistic, Mike. 28 hitting errors. 27 kills, they're hitting negative.
8-6, Dreisbach to serve. Schunzel set up Tegehoff. No, Wendell rather, Kyle Wendell with the kill. To tell you the truth, Ryan, it doesn't matter who Keith Schunzel sets up. They're all hitting the ball well tonight. Denmark to serve. Santiago setting up Staley. Nice kill, Ryan Staley. 2 kills in the last 3 IPFW points. Brings IPFW to within 2 at 9-7. And now Staley will serve. Schunzel tried to set up Fossauer, and Fossauer wide on that one.
Hitting air.
9-8. Dons trail by 1. Staley continues to serve. Schunzel, take off. Oh, Fossauer had the open shot. Knew what to do with it.
Nice dig that time. The dig attempt by Eric Clays. Unfortunately, shoveled the ball over the net. Easy tap down for a point.
10-8. Window to serve. Santiago setting up Bellman. Dug out by Wendell. Schunzel setting up Tegehoff into the net. Point IPFW. Rare hitting error for Ball State that time. So Ruiz will serve with a chance to tie game 3 at 10. Schunzel. Nice. What are they calling? Point Ball State. Net violation.
Nick Bellman into the net that time. Floated, touched the net. Erases the nice dig there by Ryan Staley.
And again, another opportunity gone awry for IPFW. Point Dons, and I thought Zadima got over the net in a hurry. Part of his body. Again, a chance for IPFW to tie this game, this time at 11. Santiago serving. Schunzel setting up Zadima, and it's long, and the Dons have tied it. Let's see if that'll get this crowd into it a little bit, because they're aching for something to cheer about.
Very nice crowd on hand tonight. A lot of people have made the trip up from Muncie.
Santiago with the service error. I got to be honest, Ryan, I don't know how many times tonight IPFW looking for that point to establish momentum. They get one break, but they need to get 2 to get it going, and they haven't been able to convert. Overhit.
This should be a point here for the Cardinals.
Nice dig by Staley. Schunzel, another dig. Sanders.
There it is.
Bellman gets the kill.
Nice job at the net by Josh Sanders and Nick Bellman.
We are tied at 12.
It's a rarity for Ball State that time. They have capitalized on 80% of their free ball opportunities.
Bellman serving. Shunzo with the quick hitter. Didn't even look that time. He knew what he was going to do from the start. And it's 13-12. Cardinals on top. Shunzo to serve. Service error. Gift for the Dons. Let's hope they don't look it in the mouth. Tied at 13. Josh Sanders to serve. Sedema to Shunzo. Point. Dreisbach and Ruiz's block attempt is wide.
Dreisbach that time not turned into the court. He's facing out of bounds, and that's where that ball ended up. IPFW thus far only 4 blocks compared to Ball State's 14.
Ruiz counting. 14 off. Well, let's see. This will bring us to a media break. The next point. Let's see if the Dons can get control. Drives back to serve. Shunzo. Set up window nicely, and Ball State goes to the break up by 1.
Shunzo has gotten away from setting the middle, and now he's working the pins, and they're very successful.
You too can participate in the excitement of Mastodon Athletics by joining the Royal Dons Athletic Association. The Royal Dons is IPFW's official athletic booster organization. Members enjoy benefits such as priority seating at IPFW sports events, visits by the coaches, and food and refreshments in the hospitality room. For more information about the Royal Dons, call 260-481-6643 or write to Royal Dons Athletic Association, 2101 East Coliseum Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805.
The new area code in effect, 260 instead of the old 219.
And for those of us who also dabble in the cellular phone industry, sometimes that area code's causing nightmares. Not only for us in Fort Wayne, but for the people up in South Bend as well. They got to go to 574.
Yeah.
15-14. Don's hanging in, but it's do or die. What do they have to do to get over the hump?
Well, they got to steal a game. They're not playing particularly well tonight. They know that. They just need to find a way to get to 30 points. Of course, win by 2 over Ball State, and see if they can slowly gain some momentum. They got to make a couple. Here's what I'll tell you, Mike. They got to put a couple good plays together. Get the crowd going. There's a kill. Now let's go back. Let's get an ace, a block, and dig. Let's do something in transition here. They need a couple plays in a row. They got to put a couple string of plays together in order, to gain some confidence against the Cardinals. There's a good serve by Staley.
Nice save by Shunzo. Santiago setting up Bellman. And it's point Dons as Fossauer and Wendell couldn't get the successful block. And the Dons take the lead 16-15.
Well, this is what they needed coming out of the media timeout. They've gotten 2 good points in a row. And a service error. Kills it right there.
In this game, we have been tied at 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and now 16. And let's see what happens. Window to serve. Service error. Can the Dons take advantage of prosperity? We shall see. Perhaps our best server at Angel Ruiz up. Let's see if we can do some stringing. Shunzo. Dug out. Sanders. Dug out by Hall. Nice kill there by Wendell.
No answer for Kyle Wendell. 14 kills now, 3 errors, 48%. He's been the man thus far for Ball State, and everybody else, of course, with him has been strong as well, but no answer for Kyle Wendell on the opposite.
Take it off with the serve. Santiago tried the sneak shot, and Ball State responded. Dreisbach with the dig. Ruiz with the set. Fossauer with the block. So Ball State now takes an 18-17 lead.
7th block of the night for Paul Fossauer, the match leader in that category.
Almost unfair to be 6'9". Ruiz with a good kill. We are tied once again at 18 in the seesaw affair here in game 3. Santiago, left-handed serve. Shunzo, dug out by Staley. Santiago setting up dry spot. Point, Dons.
Well, they made a couple nice plays. And now it's the back end of it.
19-18, Shunzo.
Well, that's a throw. Good call by Dan Hauser, the top official.
And IPFW at the moment has broken the string. They lead 20-18 and Ball State calls timeout. We'll take a break as well. You're watching IPFW Volleyball on College 56 Sports.
I wanted to study engineering so I could get a better job without giving up the job I've already got.
Of course, getting a degree without going into debt was pretty high on my list too.
And I wanted the kind of education that I could only get in smaller classes with the professor's full attention.
IPFW offered me all of that. And the Purdue engineering degree is going to look pretty good on my resume.
Going to IPFW is the best choice I ever made.
IPFW, the right school, right here, right now.
Back at the Gates Sports Center on the campus of IPFW, Mike Mouse, Ryan Barat with you. IPFW leading game 3, a game they have to win, 20-18. Ball State won game 1, 30-20, game 2, 30-25. Right now, momentum at least appears to slowly edging on the side of IPFW as they've scored 3 points in a row to erase an 18-17 deficit.
They made some nice plays to get them to this junction, and now as we come down the stretch here, let's see if they can capitalize and get over the hump here in game 3.
Shunzo with the turnaround. Point Cardinals.
That's Shunzo's now 3 kills, 0 errors, 4 attempts. He's got 29 set assists, 6 digs.
Fossauer serving.
Look out.
Doug Market freshly into the lineup at 6'9". Maidstone, Ontario, got to be near you.
About 20 minutes from my hometown of Windsor, Ontario.
Ties it up for the Cardinals at 20 apiece. Service error by Fossauer. Helps the IPFW calls. 21-20, IPFW on top. Bellman to serve. Shunzo. Set up window, and the line judge got nailed.
Wendell drilled the linesman.
Don's up by 2. Shunzo. Nice setup. Mark, and again, another tall player. Market at 6'9". Puts it away for Ball State.
Wow,
another service error
in a row.
Cardinals have made more mistakes this game than they made in games 1 and 2 combined.
Absolutely. And that's why IPFW is hanging around. Up 2 points, 23-21.
Sanders to serve.
Oh, nice serve by Josh Sanders up the line.
Shunzo for Market. Dug out by Sanders. Santiago set up Staley. Nice dig by Hall. Shunzo to Tegehoff, and Tegehoff puts it away. The lead back down to 1 again, 23-22. Market the serve.
Little off-speed jump serve. See ya.
Denmark sure saw it coming. Ties it up at 23, and IPFW decides to call a timeout. Follow the Volleyball this year on Wednesday and Friday evenings as IPFW head volleyball coach Arnie Ball and assistant coach Mark Franke talk college volleyball and more That's on the Arnie Ball Show, Wednesday evenings at 9:30 and Friday evenings at 5:30, right here on College 56. Well, for lack of a better phrase, Ryan Perrott, it's put up or shut up time for IPFW. You're down 2 games to none. You're tied in game 3, 23 all. You've had cracks of momentum and little splices of it, but now there literally is no tomorrow. You want to stay in this match. It's going to have to perform better than you have the first part of the night.
This is the best opportunity for IPFW to steal a game. They're hitting 26%. Believe it or not, Ball State's hitting 24% this game. So if there is a great opportunity for IPFW to capitalize on, it is now.
Doug Market to serve for Ball State. Service error. Bellman, Iarcleus, that's the 3rd time tonight that I can recall that the 2 of them, there's just been hesitancy on them.
Miscommunication into the seam, smart serving by Doug Market.
Does he go right back to him?
I believe so. Let's see if he goes with the howitzer this time. He does, and it's into the net.
Service error, break for the Dons. We're tied at 24. And Mitch Dreisbach, freshman out of Mishawaka, Penn High School. Shunzo setting up Tegehoff. Nice block by Angel Ruiz. Something the crowd's been looking for all night. Don's up by 1. Dreisbach continues to serve. Shunzo. Point Volleyball rather.
2 good blocks at the net for IPFW. They've given them now a 2-point lead for the Mastodons.
26-24. Shunzo. Nice dig by Santiago. Strong on the kill, however.
Well, Ruiz that time, he lost the joust at the net. Went to set his countryman Santiago. A little anxious as a setter that time, as a hitting opportunity he willed it long.
Substitution for Ball State, Juan Carlos Lopez in the lineup for the 2nd time tonight, replacing Denmark. That's a victory in size for the Dons. 5'10" Lopez replacing 6'8" Denmark.
Oh, let's serve.
Point Ball State. Tied at 26.
When you come down the stretch of rally score, especially when it's tight, it's all about minimizing your errors. And right now, IPFW, serve-receive wise, have given up so many points.
Ruiz with the kill. Puts the Dons back up 27-26.
I guess it kind of has even out with the 3 service errors from points 20 to 26 for Ball State, but you want to minimize your errors as much as you can in rally score, especially down the stretch, 20 to 30 points.
Nice dig by Dreisbach. Fossauer going to set up window. Tegehoff blocked by Ruiz. Dug out. Santiago sets up Ruiz. Dug out by the Cardinals.
Great rally here.
Shunzo. Market blocked by Ruiz. Point Dons.
That's the point that IPFW needed. The crowd erupting now. IPFW, the bench into it, the fans into it, the players into it.
And Ball State calls timeout. Score 28-26. IPFW on top. You're watching IPFW Volleyball on College 56 Sports. We're back at the Irrigate Sports Center on the campus of IPFW. Mike Miles, Ryan Perrott with you. Game 3 right now. IPFW leads 28-26. They trail in the match 2 games to none, but a nice rally there, Ryan, and more importantly, a 2-point lead for IPFW and another chance to really get back in this match.
Just what the doctor ordered with that long rally that went to the way of IPFW. Now 2 points away from elongating this match, if you will, to a fourth game. And I said at the outset of this game that if IPFW could win game 3, see how surprised the momentum booster and confidence lifter it would be for the Mastodons.
Unfortunately, Tegehoff had other ideas in mind, and he took the Shunzo short set, hammers it home to cut the IPFW lead to 1 at 28-27.
Now the key for the Mastodons is serve reception. They have to pass the ball well.
Wendell dug out by Bellman. Shunzo setting up, takeoff, blocked by Ruiz! And it's game point for IPFW and Ruiz to serve. Crowd on its feet, 29-27, Ruiz serving for the game. Shunzo, solid kill by Market. Still a game point for the Dons, however, they lead 29-28. And IPFW calls timeout. Tune in Sunday evening, February the 17th, to see the 1959 classic film Breathless, starring Jean-Paul Belmondo, Gene Seberg, and Henri Jacques Huet. Set in France, small-time hood Michel is on the lam for killing a cop. He hooks up with Patricia, an American woman living in Paris. Is he just taking advantage of her, or does he have real feelings for her? Directed by Jean-Luc Godard, this picture is one of the major examples of French New Wave film. That's Sunday, February 17th at 9 p.m. right here on College 56. If my daughter heard me speak French like that, she'd be in shock.
Oui, oui.
29-28, even though Ball State has to serve, IPFW has game point if they can return to serve, pass, set, and kill.
That's right. Santiago's in the front row, Josh Sanders is in the front row, and Nick Bellman's in the front row. You got to look for Angel Ruiz perhaps coming out of the back right side of the court. He passes the ball, is Ruiz.
Got the point! Game IPFW, 30-28, they're still alive. They now trail 2 games to 1, and there will be a game 4. Teams will change ends. We've got about a 3-minute break. We'll take another break as well. Again, IPFW wins game 3, 30-28. You're watching IPFW Volleyball on College 56 Sports.
Dr. Matthew Kubik is an architectural engineering professor at IPFW who utilizes his experience to teach his students one-on-one.
So it's really shoulder-to-shoulder learning that we're looking at problems together for the first time.
Dr. Kubik also is the director of the honors program at IPFW. His ability to teach on a personal level allows him to educate to the needs of his honors students.
They want more conversation. They want a closer contact with professors. They want interactive learning in the classroom.
He is thankful for the advantages of a combined classroom of young students and students who are returning to college after years in the workplace.
That mix of students creates a classroom environment that is exciting, that's vibrant.
IPFW, the right school, right here, right now.
I wanted to study engineering so I could get a better job without giving up the job I've already got.
Of course, getting a degree without going into debt was pretty high on my list too.
And I wanted the kind of education that I could only get in smaller classes with the professor's full attention.
IPFW offered me all of that. And the Purdue engineering degree is going to look pretty good on my resume.
Going to IPFW is the best choice I ever made.
IPFW, the right school, right here, right now.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center here on the campus of IPFW. Mike Miles, Ryan Perrott with you, and happy to be telling you that we're going to be bringing you a Game 4 as IPFW rises from the ashes, at least momentarily. They win Game 3 30-28 after dropping Game 1 30-20 and Game 2 30-25. And Ryan, the numbers tell the story in Game 3.
In Game 3 especially, IPFW 13 kills, only 6 errors. That was the difference. 28 attempts, they hit 25%. Ball State as a team had 10 attacking errors and 43 attempts. They had 14%. That gave IPFW all it needed, that little margin of error, and they were able to capitalize down the stretch in Game 3, forcing Game 4.
I want to remind you that Game 4 and every game of this match is brought to you in part by Pizza Hut at the Marketplace of Canterbury, featuring the After the Game buffet. Ball State will serve to begin Game 4. Looks like Doug Market, a 6'9" senior out of Maidstone, Ontario. Stone's throw away from where you went to school, Ryan.
That is correct.
But you gave him his green card, so he's here serving. What can I say?
We grew up together. Doug and I played volleyball against each other, played club together.
Point IPF. Well, they're going to say it's a Ball State. No, point IPFW to start Game 4.
That ball snuck through the block that time.
Third time IPFW has gained the first point in the game tonight. Dennis Santiago, left-handed serve.
That one's long. That's long. Pretty much, Mike, the statistics almost even. IPFW outblocking Ball State by 5, 25-20. The blocks 8 for IPFW, 15.5 for Ball State. The hitting percentage through 3 games. Ball State 24%, IPFW 10.
Service ace for Matt Denmark. As the Cardinals a 2-1 lead, and one thing IPFW can ill afford is to fall behind very much in this game. Jump serve for Denmark. Santiago sets up Sanders, and it's long.
Sanders tight to the net that time. Santiago tried to force that quick set into him. Hitting error by Sanders.
3-1 Cardinals lead. Denmark continues to serve. Staley to Santiago. Sanders dug out nicely by Tegehoff. Ruiz with the kill. Point IPFW.
Angel Ruiz now 13 kills in the match. He leads IPFW. Mitch Dreisbach's done nicely offensively. He's got 10 kills for IPFW.
Nice dig by Bellman.
There's an easy throw.
Point Ball State double hit.
Easy call for the official. When the second ball is handled from anyone outside the setter, you gotta make sure it comes in and out of your hands simultaneously. A lot of spin on that ball. Easy call for Dan Hauser, our head official.
Wendell with the serve. Nice dig that time by Wendell. Hall with the dig. Sanders digs for the Dons. Santiago sets up Ruiz, and it's good.
Josh Sanders struggling to find any offensive rhythm in the middle that time. He's got set 3 times. He's yet to put a ball away here in the 4th game.
He serves, let's serve, still in play. Shunzo. Kill attempt wide by Tegehoff. And we're tied at 4 here in Game 4. Again, we play rally point scoring to 30 in this game. If it goes to a 5th, they play to 15. Tegehoff with a bullet off of Santiago's shoulder. Ball State leads 5-4. Tom Tegehoff, the 6'6" senior out of St. Louis, will serve.
11 kills for Tegehoff here tonight.
Santiago, Dreisbach, just wide. Ball State now with a 2-point lead at 6-4. Santiago. Shunzo puts it away. I don't know what went wrong that time, Ryan, but didn't look pretty for IPFW. 7-4 our score. Ball State on top. Point Dons. Solid hit. Wendo unsuccessful on the block. The dig, I should say.
Nice smoke down the line by Ryan Staley. 6 kills for him in the match, hitting 27%.
Dreisbach with the serve. Dug out by Dreisbach. Santiago to Dreisbach. Nice dig by Staley. Returned by Santiago, and they're going to say point Ball State. Clarification there, Ryan.
Pursuit rule in effect that time. Santiago went to play the ball, but it came inside of the antennas. It's got to stay on the outside of the antenna for the ball to stay in play. And that's what occurred on that last particular point.
Paul Fosshauer with the serve for Ball State. They're up by 3. Nice dig by Fosshauer.
Whoa.
Market with a bullet.
That's his bread and butter, that hard cross-court shot.
Cardinals now up by 4, 9-5. Here in game 4. Santiago setting up Dreisbach. Mitch puts it away. Big point for IPFW that time. They now trail by 3 at 9-6, and Ryan Staley to serve. Shunzo sets up Wendell, and Kyle puts it away rather nicely.
Wendell, a match high 15 kills. He's hitting 39%.
10-6, Ball State with the lead and the serve. Paul digs it out, Shunzo sets it up. Nice block by Ruiz.
Nice coverage too by Shunzel to keep that play alive for Ball State. Nicely done.
Point to the Cardinals, and they're now up by 5, 11-6.
They do the little thing well, the little things well, Ball State. And that is a hitting error on Santiago. Ill-advised that particular time. The world saw that was coming, but head coach Arnie Ball's screaming for a net violation as the net is moving.
Now IPFW does call a timeout. Gives us a chance to remind you to tune in to College 56 next Sunday evening at 7 p.m. for the replay of tonight's men's volleyball game with Ball State. That's Sunday evening, February the 10th at 7 p.m. IPFW volleyball against Ball State right here on College 56. Well, Uncle Mo wearing red and white right now, Ryan. The Dons have to get back to what they did in game 3.
That's right, and right now hitting errors killing IPFW. They have 3 already here in game 4, where they had 6 all of game 3. And again, it's the unforced errors that giving IPFW trouble, especially against Ball State. Ball State doing the little things well. They play defense well. They cover well. They keep the rally alive, and they like to keep the pressure on their opponents. And IPFW having some difficulty in that department.
Well, team's back on the floor. Shunzo continues to serve for the Cardinals, and they're up 12-6. Yarcleos to Santiago.
Whoa, miscommunication there between
Dreisbach and Ruiz.
Well, I think even the setter as well, Santiago. More between Santiago and Ruiz than anything. Another short jump floater. Tough pass.
Nice return by Ball State. Santiago sets it up for Bellman. Point Dons.
Off the knee of Shunzel that time to keep the rally going.
13-7. Dons trail by 6. Angel Ruiz to serve.
We're going to have to make up some ground here before the technical timeout. And there's one.
There's 1 point.
Angel Ruiz, the best server on the IPFW ball club.
13-8.
Arguably the best player as well at this point of the season. Match high 28 kills against Concordia earlier in the year.
Shunzo sets up Denmark. Dreisbach with the dig. Shunzo,
Right
Denmark
back
again.
into the middle.
Almost like a rewind on a tape player.
Denmark screaming for the ball. Give it back, give it back. Shunzel rewards him for his hard effort. 6 kills now for Matt Denmark.
14-8, Cardinals up. Market to serve.
Whoa.
Service ace. Dons didn't even bat an eyelash there. We come to the mandatory break. Our score, Ball State 15, IPFW 8. You're watching IPFW Volleyball on College 56 Sports.
I really wanted to go for an Indiana University business degree.
But with housing and tuition, it really adds up, and the money just wasn't there to go away to college.
And with a 2-year-old, my housing options were kind of limited anyway.
And the truth is, I really wanted to keep my job and stay close to home.
Going to IPFW made all that possible.
IPFW? The best choice I ever made.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. The right school, right here, right now.
Back at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center here on the campus of IPFW. Game 4, Ball State in command right now. They lead the Volleyball 15-8 in this game. They lead the match 2-1. And there's an interesting sight.
Our sky cam. I like that, very nice look.
We're coming of age. Market, Doug Market to continue serving. Santiago gonna set up Ruiz. Nice block by Tegehoff.
Underneath the net, a line violation on Angel Ruiz. And Doug Market continuing to rip his jump serve. I would like to take credit and say that I taught him that, Mike, being from about 20 minutes from my hometown. Unfortunately not. He puts all his weight behind it.
Well, if you taught him, we're gonna ask you to leave. Point master, or Volleyball's there. What's that phrase called? Sleeping with the enemy? You're going to teach him how to hit that ball? 16-9 to score. Momentary delay. Perspiration being wiped up on the Ball State side of the court. It'll be Dennis Santiago to serve.
IPFW is going to have to claw their way back into Game 4 now, down 7 points. After hitting 25% in Game 3, they're only hitting 18% here in Game 4. Ball State, after hitting 14% in Game 3, they're hitting 42% here in Game 4, so they've picked it up dramatically.
Shunzo sets up Wendell. Kyle Wendell gets credit for another kill. 17-9, Ball State on top. Matthew Denmark, 6'8" junior out of Edmond, Oklahoma to serve. Santiago setting up Bellman. Nice dig that time by Market. Santiago. Staley. Net violation. Point Ball State.
That ball hit the antenna out of bounds. Another unforced error on the part of IPFW. Too many to count in tonight's match against Ball State.
And they're quickly running out of opportunities. They're down 18-9. Let's serve in play. Santiago for Ruiz. Kill lances off of Market, so it's point IPFW.
You can see why Ball State is the 10th ranked team in the country.
Nick Bellman to serve.
They have a nice all-around game.
Shunzo. Point.
That ball's out
Ball
of bounds.
State.
Yeah, wiped off the block. Off the hands of Ryan Staley that time.
Dan Hauser took his time before he made that call.
He wanted to confirm it with the lines person. Make sure he got the right call.
Cardinals up by 9. Shunzo setting up Tegehoff. And it's blocked successfully by Dreisbach and Sanders. Makes it 19-11. Dons trail by 8, but they have the serve. Sanders. Shunzo sets up Wendell, and Wendell gets the kill.
He's been the player of the match so far, Kyle Wendell. 19 kills now, 4 errors, 46% for Kyle.
Tegehoff to serve. Santiago setting up Staley, and it's wide.
Another hitting error. 6 now in game 4 for IPFW, 36 for the match.
And you can feel the air slowly oozing out of the IPFW faithful. Down by 10.
That's a tight set.
Point Ball State, net violation on Staley, I think. 22-11, Cardinals on top.
Trouble serve receive, and there's a throw called by Dan Hauser on Dennis Santiago that time.
And it's almost like a replay of game 1, Ryan. Dons were in it for a little while, and all of a sudden, boom.
Well, the push to 15 killed IPFW. Ball State just put their foot down and said no more, and they've gone on a nice run since the technical timeout to expand their lead now after that kill to 23-12.
Mitch dry spot to serve. Dons down by a bunch, but you play them 1 point at a time. Shunzo setting up Market. Dug out by Bellman.
That's trouble. That ball's in play.
Shunzo, nice dig. Santiago, can they save it? Shunzo set up Wendell, and Wendell gets the kill.
Ball State clicking on all cylinders now.
It's almost as if they took a little siesta in game 3. Up by a dozen. Fosshauer with service error.
They're coming off an emotional high, beating Lewis, the preseason ranked favorites to win the MIVA after beating them Tuesday night. Tomorrow, Ball State will play Mercyhurst in Pennsylvania, while IPFW will play Ohio State. So no rest for the weary on the Mastodon side.
Kill is long by Ball State, so it's point Dons. They creep to within 10 at 24-14. Ryan Staley.
Tight pass, but look out.
Good kill by Denmark. 25-14, Ball State on top. Shunzo serving.
Nice short jump floater.
Nice dig by the Cardinals to keep it alive.
Oh, Shunzo got that ball up miraculously. Nice done. Nicely done.
Shunzo. Nice dig by Staley. Bellman way long on the kill, however. And all that hard work goes for naught. Point Ball State.
7 attacking errors this game alone for IPFW compared to 9 kills.
Santiago setting up Bellman, and it's blocked by Wendell. Cardinals now just 3 points away from match victory. Ruiz to Santiago to Bellman, and it's blocked by Wendell. And Ryan, the life has just gone out of IPFW. I don't know how else to put it. Down 28-14. Heath Shunzo to serve. Ruiz is wide on the kill, and we're at match point. Cardinals 1 point away from taking the lead overall in the MIVA.
This should be it right here.
Shunzo sets it up. Wendell puts it away, and it's game, set, and match to Ball State. So they win game 4, 30-14. And they win this match in 4 by scores of 30-20, 30-25, 28-30, and 30-14. Players and coaches congratulating each other with the win. Ball State improves to 3-0 in a MIVA. They take over first place all alone. 8-1 overall. Volleyball dropped to 2-1 in MIVA play, and they are 3-2 overall. And pending the outcome of Loyola's match tonight, they'll either be in second or third place when Ohio State comes to town tomorrow night. But Ryan, take a quick look at some of the final numbers, and then we'll get ready to say goodbye.
Ball State invincible tonight. 53 kills, 22 attacking errors. They hit as a team 27%. 49 assists, set assists for the team. Shunsville had 44 of them. 32 digs on the part of the Ball State Cardinals, and they dominated the blocking statistic. 17 total team blocks for them. IPFW, a dismal performance tonight. 46 kills, 41 errors. As a team, they hit 4%. That's not going to get it done. 45 set assists as a team, 39 by Dennis Santiago, the setter. 33 digs, they outdug Ball State by 1, and 9 blocks. They were able to pick it up in the latter stages, but a little, too late. And Ball State hammers IPFW here tonight in 4.
And I think if there was one player who maybe was the difference in this match, I would think, at least my vote, would be for Kyle Wendell, the 6'8 junior out of St. Louis. As you say, he had, 21 kills?
21 kills, 4 errors. He had 46%. Tom Tegahoff was second. He had 11 kills, but his percentage wasn't as great. For IPFW, the match high, Angel Ruiz, 15 kills. However, he did have 8 errors. He had 23%. Mitch Dreisbach also chipped in. He had 12 kills, and then it drops off dramatically from there. Nick Bellman was 7. Ryan Staley was 6. And Dennis Santiago, the setter, with Josh Sanders, each had 3 apiece.
Before we say goodbye, Ryan, my question to you, which we'll find out in about 22 hours, can IPFW recover and take on and defeat the Ohio State Buckeyes tomorrow night?
Well, they can't play any worse against the Buckeyes tomorrow night, that's for sure. They're going to have to somehow put this behind them. Obviously, a very poor performance on their part, little effort. They didn't come out, I thought, with as much intensity as expected, especially in this great rivalry with the Ball State Cardinals. Somehow they're going to have to put this behind them and get ready to play. There's a match to be played tomorrow night. It's a long season. You go until April, and tomorrow's a huge conference match against Ohio State, so they have to get ready tomorrow against the Buckeyes.
Well, we'll let you go, and you can get some rest too, and who knows, suit up. But we'll see you tomorrow night.
Nice job, Mike.
I want to remind you our broadcast tonight was sponsored in part by Pizza Hut at the Marketplace of Canterbury, featuring the After the Game buffet. We'd like to thank at this time the College 56 production crew, the IPFW athletic staff, the City of Fort Wayne, Comcast Cablevision, the IPFW Learning Resource Center, and especially the IPFW Office of University Relations and Communications for their contributions to this College 56 Sports telecast. This telecast of IPFW Sports is copyrighted and the sole property of the College Cable Access Center and IPFW. Unauthorized duplication, exhibition, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this event without expressed written consent is strictly prohibited. We hope you've enjoyed our telecast of IPFW Sports this evening, and we thank you again for joining us. For Ryan Perrott, this is Mike Moss saying so long for now. Once again, number 10 ranked Ball State defeats IPFW in MIVA volleyball action tonight by scores of 30-20, 30-25, 28-30, and 30-14. We invite you to come back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, when the Mastodons play host to Ohio State. And until then, we wish you a pleasant good evening from the Hilliard Gage Sports Center here on the campus of IPFW.
With its cooling time.